Welcome to the Speak Your Success podcast.
What's going on, successors, and welcome to the Speak Your Success podcast. I'm your host, Jonathan Jones, and today we're coming at you with another Monday motivation. So today I wanted to just ask you, not really ask you, but just bring to the forefront, right? New year, new situation. Because how often are we at a point in our life to where we're feeling agitated? How often are we at a place to where we're just trying to figure out what's next? We're trying to identify what that looks like for us individually, but still we're like, I feel so upset. I don't know why. Something needs to change, but I don't know what needs to change. So today I wanted to hit you with a quick 1-2 for the Monday motivation. But I want to encourage you, if you're not following the podcast, to subscribe to the podcast wherever you stream podcasts. Be sure to subscribe to Speak Your Success. And then if you'd like to follow me on social media, go to Jonathan Jones Speaks on Instagram and Facebook. And then even outside of that on Twitter, Jonathan J Speaks on YouTube as well. But the first thing that I want to help us understand today is that if you're in the space to where people around you are not encouraging you, people around you are encouraging comfortability. They're encouraging you to slow down, take it easy, relax. You don't have to go that hard. Your purpose isn't that serious. Like, they're not challenging your growth. When you have conversations with these individuals, the things that they're talking about are more so pulling you away from purpose, pulling you away from drive, and attacking your determination. That's an area where you're like, I might want to reconsider, because we're talking about new year, new situation, because I want to challenge everybody to evolve in 2020. You can't be the same individual that you were in 2019, 2018, 2015. So therefore, if you're in a place to where people around you aren't encouraging the gift, but they're encouraging comfortability, you might need to move around them. Number two is you truly feel uncomfortable where you are. Like, have you ever had a job to where you worked, but it didn't seem like you fit in? I used to do inventories, and that's when you go into companies late at night, you go into stores late at night, and then we would count the products. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We would count the products. And this was a job that I ended up taking after I graduated college because I needed a job. Like, I just needed to have a job, so I ended up taking this particular job. And the longer I worked this job, I realized that I didn't belong here. I'm like, this isn't for me. Because I had my degree, so therefore I should have been doing like something in an office, because this was more so along the lines of manual labor. So I'm like, I don't want to do that. Why am I here? And then this is a job where people showed up late daily. This is a job to where people just did what they wanted to do. There was no organization. And then it had me asking myself, I'm here in this place and I feel uncomfortable because I am not supposed to be here. Have you ever felt like that, to where like you go to work, you're like, I'm not supposed to be here. I'm supposed to be doing something else. If you begin to feel like that, that's number 2, to where it makes you want to consider, it's a new year, but is this a new situation? And the last point I want to share with you is just, you find yourself in the space, in a place to where your negative energy begins to ripple through relationships and ultimately affecting other people that are in your life. Your husband, your wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, friends, family, whoever. Because this was when I was working at a local retail store. You all have heard the story. If you haven't, I will break that down a little bit later, how I came in and created the No Complain campaign based on this particular time in my life. And I showed up at work. My attitude was trash. My attitude was so trash. I found something wrong with everything. As I was working, I complained about everything. I asked for more hours. My manager gave me more hours so I can make more money, and I complained about that. I told them what's wrong with management. They said, Jonathan, do you want a manager position? And I was like, nah, I don't want that responsibility. Like, it was everything. And the ripple affected me internally. And ultimately, then I began to affect each and every individual at the store. I was a cancer at the store because my attitude was bad. I cussed a lot. I talked bad to people. I was just a bully when it came to making sales at this store. So ultimately, I had to shift because it was time for me to evolve. And I'm saying all this to you today because we're still in the month of January. We're still here, y'all. We're still here. You can make the change. It's not too late to begin to make the small, subtle shift. And as you begin to make the small, subtle shift, that's when you start to see a bigger change take place. So really quick, the 3 points. The people around you are pushing comfortability, but they're not challenging your growth. That's number one. Is it time to move around from those people? Is it time to move around from those relationships? Number two, you feel uncomfortable where you are. Like you're like, I'm supposed to be doing something bigger. I'm supposed to be doing something greater. I'm supposed to be operating at a higher level. And maybe it's not even the particular job that you're doing that makes you feel uncomfortable. Maybe it's where you actually are. And you just need to be doing another job elsewhere. Because I believe that you can be used wherever you are by God. And ultimately, you can be. But if you're an individual and you're called to be, you're called to be a certain, let's say you're a quarterback, and a quarterback is your role, but they got you playing wide receiver, that's not going to allow you to be your most effective. And then lastly, your negative energy is rippling and affecting everyone around you. Everyone around you. If you're going through these areas, I want you to ask yourself, new year, but is this a new situation? Do I need to change my situation? Do I need to change my circumstance based on where I am? Friends, this is Jonathan Jones, TEDx speaker and best-selling author, reminding you to speak your success, believe in your greatness, and continue to create the life and business of your dreams. Why would you want to live any other way? For more information on me, go to jonathanjonespeaks.com. See you next week, my friends.